hierarchical nature of relationship within a spreadsheet, or you can also build a relational model between the input files. And these are all the current fields that are being input. And this is the concurrent program that is going to be called when you're doing the item import. And keep in mind, all the processes within upload is going to be executed on the background, and that gives you absolute robustness and scalability that you would like to see in any of the conversion or interfacing needs. And all the parameters, input parameters for the concurrent program, get submitted directly from the upload system itself. So you don't need to get into any other system including EBS for performing any activity, additional activity for data conversions. So we are done with the loader configuration, and I'm going to use this loader which has been configured to load data into Oracle E-Business Suite for loading item master with the revision and as well cost using the run loader. And this is the screen that would be used by the business users to load the data. And this is the input spreadsheet which I'm going to use. And as I told you before, this input file, this is the standard structure that is offered by the XML template, but you can go and change this layout to your business need as per whatever standards you want. And the red columns are all mandatory fields, and the blue ones are non-mandatory fields. I'm going to load items into multiple inventory organization using the item templates, item type information, and the revision information. I'm going to draw it directly from the inventory organization setup. And I'm also going to purposely put a couple of items which are already existing in Oracle EBS to check the pre-validation condition. Just pick the instance where you want to load the data, as upload can work as a hub and it can connect to multiple Oracle EBS instances simultaneously. Simply browse the input file with the data, and this could be an Excel file or XML file, whichever you have staged. And I'm ready to load. This is the mapping information between the input file into the APIs or the open interface tables. Very useful for documentation purpose. And now the pre-validation engine has executed, and the simulation results are shown here on the results page. It gives 22 records being processed. Out of that, 20 records have successfully processed through the pre-validation engine, and 2 records have got failed. And these outputs can also be exported to an Excel spreadsheet, and if you want to email it to your colleagues, you can do that. And upload is a complete error handling engine, which means it checks all the error conditions and it is going to report back to you stating which condition has gone successful and which ones have not gone successful. So it is not an incremental engine where you need to do multiple iterations to identify your errors. And this shows all the input data, which looks pretty good on the pre-validation. Everything has gone successful, and the 2 records which got errored on the pre-validation, which are because of the duplication, it is a duplicate item, check which failed. I'm going to process the 20 records. When I continue, now the process is getting executed on the background on the application server. And this is a very robust Java thread which is getting invoked. So now we don't need to babysit this process. So this process is going to automatically run on the background, and finally it is going to be reported back to you on an email notification, As well, the output logs and as well the output files are going to be maintained in the application server as long that you want, so that you can come and verify it at a later time. And the output files that you would get are 3 files. There is a processed file, which is the data which has been picked for processing, and the unprocessed file, which are the data which got errored on the pre-validation. And then also, if there is any kickouts that is happening on the open interfaces or the API calls, those would be recorded on the error file. So this is the successful processed records, 20 records. And you can see also the unprocessed records, which are those 2 records which did not get processed, which got stuck on the pre-validation engine itself. I'm going to pick one of those loaded item and verify whether it has got successfully loaded into Oracle E-Business Suite. Go into the master items and review the data that got loaded. So item 1 got loaded successfully with all the information with proper template configuration, and you can see also the revision information loaded successfully, picking up the default one directly from the inventory organization setup. And you can also see the item getting loaded in the multiple inventory organizations, both the master org V1 and the M1 inventory organization. And thank you very much for attending this presentation. And here you can see some of our happy partial list of Appload customers. Hypercom is one of our major worldwide customer, American Axle, Technion, IBM, and several of them wish to have you as our preferred valuable customer. And thank you very much from the entire Appload team, and look forward to join you again in another presentation. Thank you.